You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, King. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show.
Yeah! Got the music going of probably our MVP of the night. What is up, everybody?
Hold up.
Is for what?
Hold up.
What? I'm doing the intro.
Hold up. Yes, but as you see, I have this Phil's VTech pass, so I can accelerate this intro and make a better one, because now I override yours.
Let me see.
Phil's VTech in the house.
You got a random ticket?
All right, so Bing is for doing
He didn't even put his last name on this.
Kaori, Takee, and Rome Moore are doing another after show. What's up, Rome?
Hey, I'm in. What's up? I'm
And I guess that head Rosebud over there. What's up, Christian
The leader of the
Rosenberg?
garden, Christian Rosenberg. Thank you.
And we are doing a SmackDown after show. Welcome.
So you just able to just walk in with a random ticket that's
so.
autographed
I
by
think-
one of the heavy hitters here at
I
AfterBuzz,
think
and you
so.
can do whatever you want?
I think she just did
I
it.
think people liked my intro a lot more.
I think she just did it.
I hit it.
That doesn't sound like anything that happened tonight on SmackDown. But hey, SmackDown, you want to talk about a turnaround from last week to this week. Man, was this a packed SmackDown. This was great. This is what we want every week. And actually, before I go on, I think we should point out the elephant in the room, and that's the fact that Roma's currently holding a title. No, that is not the predictions title that Josh Patchett attempted to do his worst Ric Flair impression promo on Raw. That is a legit, that is the Millennium
He did a
Pro
good
Wrestling
one.
Heavyweight Championship.
Yes, this one's real. This one was won in an actual wrestling ring. And this one will be defended tomorrow night in the very last show Millennium Pro Wrestling
It's
will be
really
holding.
heavy.
It's very heavy, and that's not just like Ryan Smiley Katz, who actually stopped by this past Monday on Raw.
Yeah,
So
he
shout
was
out to
in
him. Great to get a chance to see him, although brief, because he's busy running around doing everything. He was Millennium Pro Wrestling's maximum champion.
Yeah,
that is the heavyweight champion.
Big boy.
That's the big boy title.
Yeah,
and
I got big boy next
and
to
he
me.
and he wanted to show it off a little bit here on AfterBuzz as he brings it to the sunset tomorrow night in MPW's final show.
Yeah, man, I've been holding it for a while, been defending it for a while, but now that, it's the last show for the company, it's my last time to walk around with it, last time to defend it, so we're going to find out what happens tomorrow night, Simi Valley.
All right, well, let's talk about what happened tonight in Kansas City, Missouri with this jam-packed SmackDown.
Yes.
We start off with Brad Maddox and Vicky in the ring as you slowly took your shades off.
Yes.
Nice.
Gotta be a little different.
He's a champ. He has a little extra flair to him. Like a real flair, unlike Josh Patchett's promo. Oh, snap. So Brad and Vicky start things off in the ring, and we really find out for certain tonight that we know now the name of the corporation that we've been waiting to find out. It was just going to be called the corporation again. For a while, we thought it was going to be called the establishment. We know it's now the Authority. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, along with when they're out there, if they're out there with Orton and the Shield and everything, that group is known as the Authority. And Vicky and Brad are out there representing the Authority. And what happened on Raw tonight will not happen here on SmackDown. Brad Maddox has assured us that there's security guards all around the perimeter of the arena, so the Big Show could not get in, so they can continue the banner of what's best for business. And in the midst of this, they are interrupted by one Daniel Bryan, who the crowd seems to kind of like.
A little.
Yeah, I think they're enjoying his work.
He's all right.
I mean, he's slightly talented.
Maybe, he might have the potential to get over. I'm not quite sure yet.
I've seen glimmers.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Very, very.
Keep like they always say, like the old timers say, you keep doing what you're doing, kid, you'll make it. Obviously, he listened.
Yeah, he listened to them. And Big Show's like, well, rumor has it that a Bigfoot Sasquatch-like person has gotten through the perimeter of the arena and is here right now, and his name is the Big Show. Big Show's music hits, crowd going nuts. Brad and Vicky are beside themselves. We're just like, they just said they have security around the arena. How the hell did he get in? But Big Show doesn't show up. And Dan O'Brien's just like, I tricked you guys.
Gotcha.
Big Show's not here yet. But you know who is? The new Tag Team Champions, Cody Rhodes and Goldust. And in the midst of the intro with this first segment, we had the recap from Raw of that amazing, absolutely amazing tag title match from Raw when Goldust and Cody Rhodes ended the reign of the Shield as Tag Team Champions. And they come out, Goldust does his little right into Vicky's face. And she like didn't even flinch. She was like, I'm not playing with this.
It didn't even shock her.
No.
Yeah.
And Vicky said, well, you know what? I'm glad the three of you are here because tonight in our main event, the three of you are going to take on the Shield in a 6-man tag match. And there's like a evil, sinister laugh. We just saw them do a 6-man tag match. We saw 2 weeks ago on Raw was the main event.
Yeah.
So like they just did this. So I was like, oh, well, we got it again. I mean, we know it's going to be good being the 6 people in it, but it's just like, oh, we just saw this match.
There's been a lot of that going on recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thankfully, a lot of the ones of like the matches that we're seeing again are matches that we enjoyed previously.
They're all good.
So,
like,
not complaining
Sure.
that we got these guys in a 6-man tag match, but it's just like, oh, we just saw it.
When we get the Shield, it's not a problem.
Exactly.
When we get Los Matadors versus 3MB, it's a problem. But, you know.
Well, we did not have that tonight.
3MB.
Yeah.
I like 3MB, you guys.
You also
They're
like Curtis
cool.
Axel. So.
I do like Curtis Axel, damn it.
Yeah,
He
get to
has
that
potential
one.
if they give him an actual feud, which they might have
And
tonight.
they might add something to that belt once more.
They might. Before we get into the first match of the night, I wanted to just give a real quick shout out because we forgot to do this last week and I felt terrible. We have a fan, a Rosebud, if you will, and she made a poster for us for last week's SmackDown. She's at Lifting Chick 35. She made this great AfterBuzz poster for us. Had like Roman Army, had the Rosebuds, had Kaori #1, or all this stuff on it. And apparently her seat was in an area where if she lifted a poster, it was blocking the hard cam. So they confiscated her poster.
But thank you so much. It means so much to us that you thought of us, made that poster. Love the art.
And we want more people to try to do the posters and bring them out to the shows, whether it's on Raw or SmackDown. Show the love for AfterBuzz. If you get a poster, a big poster that says #Rosebuds, I will find a way to send you something. And so I'm just letting that out there right now. I'm throwing out the gauntlet right there.
What's another way to show love to AfterBuzz?
Well, another way to show love to AfterBuzz. Are we talking about iTunes already?
Yes.
All right.
Let's do it.
You're leading the segue as we get like as we get this dramatic. Oh, what movie is this music from? There's such the sad music. It's like someone's dying. Steven, what is this from?
It's just your epic background music for iTunes.
Oh, thank you.
See, 2 segues and you failed. Boo.
Because I usually wait till we're about 20, 25 minutes in for the iTunes. But since you set it up now, you can go to iTunes and rate and subscribe and give us that 5-star rating. And remember, we do AfterBuzz for Raw, SmackDown, Main Event, NXT, Total Divas when they get back on next month. And any TV show you watch, most likely AfterBuzz does it. So like, subscribe, tell your friends, and of course, please leave us comments on YouTube and on iTunes and on AfterBuzzTV.com, where you can watch us live and hang out in our chat roll as well, because we try to interact with you guys during the show as well. What's the chat roll saying about SmackDown or about us and our intro with you having this permission slip from Phil to give the intro? Did anyone say anything?
They're saying she rocks. They're saying I rock. They're saying they don't like your shirt.
You not so much.
They don't like the Guns N' Roses shirt?
Yeah,
the Guns N' Rosebud shirt?
I think
Rome is lying. They didn't say any of that stuff, though. But
Okay.
They said the shirt sucks.
Wow. Did they?
They as in ROME, Rome.
Okay, because you know how many comments I've been receiving asking people where I'm getting my shirts?
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
excuse us.
Yeah.
Excuse us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You
Who
sure?
Hey, who knows? There might be a Christian Rosenberg t-shirt in the works. Just saying.
Well, people are asking where I got this dress. So,
Well,
Yeah.
that's understandable.
so
Yeah, all right. Where'd you get it?
someplace.
All right. Let's get into the in-ring action now.
What's happening?
She got it
right
at the
now?
store called Someplace.
Yeah. They have such great designers.
They do, don't they? Harper. Oh, here we go. Wait.
That's no longer.
He doesn't have
That is
the
no
belt.
longer valid. That is no longer valid.
He can't do that anymore.
Give me the title. Give me your belt. Give me your belt.
No.
You can't
This
carry
is a
it.
real belt. It's much heavier than your actual belt that you don't have anymore. Really? You're gonna pose?
Oh, dear.
Okay, he's posing. Anyway.
All right. All right.
Oof.
Miz and Kofi versus Harper and Rowan. So Kofi's randomly paired up with Miz for this matchup. You
They've
guys
been doing that with Kofi a lot.
just randomly pairing him with people.
And listen, I know I got my dreads down. Let me just address
This is
real
not
quick.
Kofi in the studio right
I know I
now.
have my dreads down,
Wait,
but
it's not?
please, yeah,
Just
yeah.
kidding.
See, you're about to leave. I'm not him. Yeah. So I appreciate it in the YouTube.
You are not
comments.
him because you have a
The
championship.
first
Yeah.
comment we're gonna have on the YouTube page is, "Oh, Kofi."
He's in the studio.
Yeah.
Like, no, I have a belt. No.
I said that first.
Yeah, I know you
I
did.
Well, they paired
I
Kofi
like
up with
it, though.
Miz to kind of continue this feud that's ongoing between Miz and Bray Wyatt. And they got to kind of maneuver it the best they can since Bray Wyatt last weekend at a house show injured his, I believe, his calf.
Yeah.
So he's out of action for at least, thankfully, it's not a serious injury, but he's out a few weeks. So with that, they set up Harper and Rowan taking on Miz and Kofi. And I don't think Miz ever got in the ring this match.
I didn't really notice him in the ring.
Because I think it was just all Kofi.
Yeah.
Until he was
Yeah.
eventually trying to make the tag to Miz, and at the time Rowan comes from behind Miz, pulls him off, and then that led to Harper giving his discus clothesline where Kofi landed on his freaking head.
I got a little scared for him on that one. I
He
knew
tried to do the
was going
backflip
for it, yeah.
and did not complete it.
And I don't know if he was going for the full backflip or if he was just trying to make it look so devastating where he would land on the back of his neck and the top of his shoulders, but he literally took that on the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked vicious.
Harper and Rowan looked great. Pretty much the two of them decimating Kofi.
And speaking of Kofi, when is the WWE going to stop using him as this super enhancement talent?
Well, they don't know what to do with him, I guess.
Him and Ziggler are in the same boat.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
both they have phenomenal talent.
Where
but they
has
keep-
Ziggler been? Because he wasn't.
Ziggler.
Well, he wasn't on SmackDown tonight. He wasn't on Raw on Monday
wasn't on Raw
either.
Yeah.
He gave him a week off.
Did he ever come
He's
back from overseas?
having athletics.
They left him in Abu Dhabi or whatever they were.
She said he found Amy Schumer's house. Went back to have athletic sex. Wow.
We
TV
do miss you, Ziggler. Come back.
TVPG, guys. TVPG. TVPG. So then as the match ends, Bray Wyatt has a microphone, which means I'm in heaven, and I ask you two to be silent so I can type out every word he says, because I love every time Bray Wyatt speaks.
You
This
do.
is true.
I
This is
do.
true.
And yeah, I don't know, Steven, if you're able to get it up. If we can have the Wyatt's music play, because I love reading Wyatt's promo and play his music, because that would be amazing. So,
Yeah, we know it's a man crush. It's okay.
maybe it is a little bit of
It's a
man
little
crush
bit
on
of a
Bray
man
Wyatt. Is it
crush.
bad?
I think
Yeah.
it is.
I could be, I should be Bray Wyatt for Halloween.
No.
Why not?
Okay,
That
why
was
not? I
that was
guess.
quick. He
Yeah.
fits it. He can do
Sure.
it.
You know what makes you happy? Go for it.
Why not? You're going to be Cesaro.
What? No.
You're going to dress up as Cesaro, and
I
it's going to
can
be very
never
confusing.
be Cesaro. I can never be Cesaro.
Nah.
All right. So
He's too
the match is over. Kofi is like out cold. Miz is kind of looking over him. And then Bray has the microphone.
At
And
least she just said that.
I'm
Go ahead.
ignoring it.
Just ignore it. Keep pushing.
And Bray grabs the mic and he's just like, settle down, boys. I know what you're feeling right now, Miz. And believe me when I say it's okay to be afraid. There it is. Yes. Thank you, Stephen. For I am the hammer that everybody fears, but she is the force that drives the nail. Talking, of course, of Sister Abigail. So my advice to you is to enjoy your world as long as you can, man, because we are going to take it all away. Follow the buzzards.
You feel better now?
I feel so much better. I love he's the only guy in WWE where when he talks, it is silent. They're not doing yes chants. They're not cheering. They're not booing. They hang on every word he says.
He does great promos, actually.
He does. Yeah, and I mean, and this is the type of thing where I'm literally typing it all on one take. I'm able to write down all the words because he does it so clearly and and he delivers it in a way where you grasp everything he says, every ounce of it.
Well, you do.
I think with a silent arena, I think it's safe to say that the majority of them in the arena do too.
Straight from the school of Jake Roberts.
Yes.
Jake the Snake was the same exact way.
Yes. From there, we get some Divas action. We get Brie Bella versus AJ.
Yeah. AJ in the house. What?
Divas in the house. Yeah.
You just sounded whiter than me.
No, he didn't.
No, actually, I
That's
didn't.
impossible.
Yeah, that's
That's impos?
I like
Correction, you just sounded whiter than me.
She's turning into Cameron over here.
Boy, bye.
So we get Brie Bella versus AJ in a non-title match, which is kind of odd that all of a sudden we're getting this match on TV. Nikki is out there with Brie and, of course, Diesel, a.k.a. Tamina Snuka, with the leather jacket and everything, still dressing like Diesel.
She still has the... When she's got to come out of the all black or something, or she's always going to look like Diesel to us.
I know, but I don't mind it. I think it's great.
Yeah, she looks good.
The like charismatic AJ, like the old school Shawn Michaels, and Big Daddy Cool Tamina, Big Mommy Cool Tamina. Overall, I thought this was a fun match too, except for the fact that we talk about how on Raw, AJ locked the Black Widow onto Brie, and we see her yanking Brie's right arm on the Raw recap, and we cut to Brie, and what arm is taped up?
The left.
Her left arm.
The left.
How do you miss these things?
It happens.
How?
It does happen.
How though?
I don't
How
know.
many people review it? And it's like, okay, well, you're going to get your arm taped up. Nobody decides to check the video on which arm she was worked on Monday.
They don't have a
Yeah, don't you think like Brie would be like, wait, this was the arm
was this
that...
one.
Yeah, don't tape this one out.
I
do this one.
distinctively remember she was pulling this one and
Yeah.
this arm was free.
Oh, and if I don't remember, you know what? Let's just pull up the
Look
tape.
At the tape that the entire world saw.
It's those little things that is just like, the show's going so well, and then a little thing like that is just like, why? Meh. It happens.
You know, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I like the beginning of the match where kind of Tamina was like the wall. Brie was trying to get by her, and Tamina is like the linebacker, and Brie's the running back trying to get to the end zone, and Tamina's like, nope, you're not going to get
going.
around here.
Not going.
Nope. Eventually, she gets her hands on AJ. A nice forearm shot brings her back in the ring. Decent back and forth action. All of a sudden, towards the end of the match, Tamina decides to charge at Nikki.
Yeah.
Nikki gets out of the way. Tamina flies into the steps. This kind of distracts both Brie and AJ. And a couple counters later, Brie hits the Bella Buster and gets the shocking non-title win on television for the challenger, which you know pretty much almost guarantees that we're going to set up a rematch between AJ and Brie at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
Yep. And Tamina's going to have something to do with that.
Well, I'm sure
Yeah.
Nikki probably will too.
Has to.
Maybe Eva Marie.
No, do not say that.
Let's pull up the tape.
Oh. Ah, it's
Oh,
good.
there it is. Steven in the booth,
That's
ladies and gentlemen.
so
Steven in the booth.
smart.
Steven in the booth.
We do miss
The man
you,
is
Steven.
lightning quick.
Steven is awesome.
He is lightning quick with these things. That's why we love him. Lillian Garcia gets ready to introduce the next match, but she's like, ladies and gentlemen, follow. What? And she just kind of stops and stares. Camera turns. And we see the Big Show walking through the crowd. The commentators are like, he's not supposed to be here. Security should have stopped him. Yep, security is supposed to stop him from getting in the arena.
Well,
then
he
security
did.
is supposed to stop everyone from climbing the barricade.
Yep, he just walked
Then
around.
security is supposed to stop everyone from getting in the ring.
He's in the ring.
Then security is supposed to stop anybody from grabbing a microphone.
He's on the mic.
Then the production staff should cut off the mic if someone's not supposed
He's
to have
talking
it.
live.
Yes. All of that just happened.
And it's possible.
And
All you need is a
and he's
signature.
able to do it because he's holding a ticket that's autographed by Daniel Bryan.
I want one of those tickets. I want a ticket that allows you to just step around the rail and get in the ring.
Apparently, if you get a ticket that's autographed by a superstar, you have free reign.
Yeah, you just go. I know a few of them. I'm gonna call them and see.
I know.
I want to try.
I'm gonna call a few of them. And
I'll just show the security, hey, I got this ticket. It's autographed by Daniel Bryan. Let me over the barricade. Let me cut a promo in the ring. Head to the back. Sweet.
Works catering.
Yeah.
Me and me, I'm at catering.
Free
baby.
food.
Yeah.
Meet the guys. Cut
Works.
a promo.
Yeah.
I'll trend on Twitter.
National television.
There we go.
There you go.
So Big Show's in the ring, just like thanking the universe for their support in this difficult time he's had the last several weeks. And in the midst of this, Brad and Vicky storm down in the ring.
Still with no security.
How'd you get in here? How'd you do this? How'd you do this? Get out of my ring. Blah, 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 blah. Boom. Knockout.
Yep.
Big Show knocks out Brad Maddox. And Maddox sold this
That was a great sell.
so well.
That was a great
Like his
sell.
knees were buckling, and he just collapsed.
Everything
did.
above his knees went down first, and then his
Yes.
leg. Yeah.
And Vicky just, and it was weird. Like Vicky didn't like stand there in like fear. She just stood there in like utter disappointment. So she's like,
what am I gonna do now?
I can't stop him. And then finally, 2 referees showed up to try to help Brad Maddox.
Yeah.
And Big Show just walked his
away.
way to the back.
Yeah. Apparently.
Again.
It's all access, baby.
I like this Big Show.
If I bring this to a WWE event, do you think this will be okay?
Not if it says Phil.
Well, it's the Phil Svitek, executive producer of
That is true.
AfterBuzz.
That is true.
I mean, they might not know because it's only his first name on here.
It may get you.
Phil is our Triple H, though. So.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is.
It get you in a backstage vignette.
Sweet. Gets me in the background watching Ryback bully
Yeah.
somebody
Maybe he'll
around.
even pour something on you.
Get to look scared.
maybe.
You know, I'm
scared
craving
Ryback.
some gazpacho right now.
Gazpacho.
And from here, we get to the...
He was you're
Oh, no.
forgetting.
Oh, go ahead.
They reported WWE.com Bleacher Report. All of the wrestling dirt sheets are reporting that Brad Maddox suffered a concussion.
Oh, yes, that was
due
reported
to the
shortly
KO.
after the KO. Brad
Yeah.
Maddox with a concussion.
Yes.
So who's going to take care of Raw if he's unable to do so?
We have to see how long it's going to take him to clear those concussion protocols.
Yeah. You got to go through all the safety
Yeah.
tests to make matches.
Now, if he if he comes back before Ziggler, deal with his, yeah.
Don't say that.
And it's
Hey,
possible.
it's very possible. Ziggler was out for a while.
Ziggler was out like 6 weeks. He had a
Yeah.
very serious concussion.
Yeah. This guy just took a hit from one of the
Yeah, but
largest men on earth. And if he's back next week,
Well, he might be stronger than we think.
he could.
He is.
He could.
Probably.
He's in good shape.
Yeah.
He wears those vests well.
Did you really
I'm
just
so
say that?
anti-vest.
You don't like vests?
I am.
What if Cesaro wore a vest?
That's different.
Why is that different?
Because
Why?
he probably looks very good in it.
Cesaro could wear a tutu and you would be happy.
Cesaro could stand in Mr. Nanny 2.
I would
And
go
you'd be
see
okay with that?
Wouldn't you guys go see Mr. 92 if Cesaro was in Mr. 92? Let's be honest here. He'd be awesome.
I didn't go see The Marine when it was starring John Cena as the Marine.
Yeah, but we don't want to see John Cena as a Marine because
But we want to see Cesaro as a
Cesaro.
nanny. Let's move on
Yeah.
to what to me was the most intriguing match of the evening, CM Punk and Big E
It was a good
Langston.
match.
Yeah.
This
If I
match
had some
kind of...
chalk, I'd do the clap right.
So this match, like, you know, no build-up. It's like, oh, well, we haven't really seen Langston in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Good to have him back. Big match with Punk. Obviously, Punk getting ready for his match with Ryback and Heyman in a Hell in a Cell. We found that out this past Raw. And who better to prepare yourself for a guy like Ryback than a guy who's pretty much just as big, if not bigger, in Big E Langston.
Big E.
And these guys tear the freaking house down.
Yeah, it was a great treat for SmackDown.
Outstanding matchup. They counted each other back and forth. The length was good, probably went close to 15 minutes. Both guys got great offense in. In the end, Big E goes for the big ending, countered by Punk, who hits his roundhouse kick right on the side of the head and hits a gorgeous GTS on Big E.
Yeah.
He took that.
Big E, learn
Hard.
to turn your head. You took it right on the jaw.
He wanted to make a statement tonight.
Yeah, he did. He did. That looked like it hurt.
It did. And Punk gets the win. And then as soon as he wins the match, out comes Heyman and his guys, Ryback and Curtis Axel, kind of cutting, like the usual Paul Heyman promo. Again, reminding us that he is the best in the world since he pinned CM Punk with both hands tied behind his back.
Both hands behind his back.
And he's going to unleash his caged animal Ryback in the Hell in a Cell match. And they're going to win again, all that fun stuff. Punk then, with a rebuttal, and mentions, the key word there is hell, because I'm going to put you two through hell a week from Sunday. And Heyman's like, well, why are we going to wait? Why don't we take care of this right now? And Axel and Ryback start heading down to the ring. Punk dives out after them.
No, you're forgetting one very important part.
Am I?
Yes, leader, conductor of the train, of the SmackDown train, leader of the Rosebuds.
What am I forgetting?
You didn't say one thing.
He's already upset.
Yeah, look at him.
No, I'm honestly trying to think what I forgot.
You did not say what Heyman said about Big E.
You are correct, and I apologize.
You have to have
I do have to have that. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Come on, the garden is wilting a little bit.
I was trying to be smooth and not look at these at all, and I did forget that part, and I apologize.
There you go.
Filtering
So let me go on.
That preceded the effect.
So okay. Then let me see here. Where is it on my notes? Congratulations, Punk, over your hard-fought victory over a marginally talented rookie out of NXT developmental in Big E Langston.
That was the line. I think we all knew something.
As soon as he said that, we're just like, whoa,
Yeah.
why are you
Right.
saying that about Big E? That's kind of harsh.
Yeah.
It's like, it was one of those things that it's one of two things, either a face turn or the guy's about to get released.
Yeah.
It's like one or the other.
And we know it's not released.
And he's not getting released.
Yeah.
We're praying that. So Punk dives out on Ryback and Axel, but Ryback and Axel 2-on-1 attack, have the upper hand, throw him back in the ring. Punk's trying to get back to his feet, and all of a sudden, Big E comes into the ring as well. And Punk is looking at him utterly confused. Is like, oh, crap, is this 3-on-1
Yeah,
now?
right.
Which way is this going to go?
I'm going to get destroyed. And all of a sudden, Big E just destroys Axel.
Yes.
Clotheslines Axel.
Yes.
Yes.
And Punk, and I loved Punk so much with this. Punk then kicks Ryback, but then quickly looks back at Langston and is like, are you about to get me?
What are you
Oh,
gonna
do? Right,
no,
right,
you're
right,
still an
right.
Axel? All right, I'm going to keep going to Ryback. He keeps going back and forth because he has no idea what Big E's about to do.
Yeah. He had to find out.
Which was great.
Can you trust him?
Big E belly to belly and just clubbing Axel. Punk taking care of Ryback. Both Ryback and Axel thrown out of the ring. And Langston is the one standing tall and screaming at Heyman, who's the rookie now?
Yes.
Who's the rookie?
Much to the chagrin of this entire side of the table. As we watched Curtis Axel be shown exactly who
Yes.
he is.
But this is the perfect setup now for Big E versus Axel
For the belt.
for the title. You can do that. Build it up between next week's Raw and SmackDown. Have them at a pay-per-view. You can even essentially have Axel still retain the title, even if it's by DQ, and continue to build it if you want.
Okay, yeah.
Or they might just pull the switch and have it happen right then and there to kind of continue. Because Axel, with Heyman by his side lately, has been, as we know, kind of acting like the lackey and failing in the opportunities. So they could try to continue that. Yeah,
He's
Smithers.
been Smithers.
I would love to see Big E have
Well, Big E
that
would make
title.
an excellent Intercontinental champion. We've said that for a long time, and this might be a good time. I mean, Axel, I'm not against him losing the title because he's had a reign for nearly 6 months,
Long time.
or maybe not quite, maybe like 4 or 5
It
months.
seems like 6 months though.
Yeah.
I know
He
he recently
fought.
broke the 100-day mark.
Yeah.
But I know it's well past that now, so he's probably just over 4 months now, which is a
It's
solid
just-
reign for a title.
It seems.
It's really long.
Yeah.
And it just feels like it's just sitting there.
Because he didn't have
He never had a big feud
enough.
with it.
Yeah, he never had anything going, and he fought Punk for half of that.
Right, he fought Punk, which had nothing to do with the title
Yeah,
for half of
nothing to
that
do with the
feud.
title.
So I don't blame Axel for the fact that title kind of got washed away to the wayside because it's just he didn't give anyone to feud with.
Yeah.
To make the title
Well, they
of
gave
importance.
him R-Truth.
They gave him R-Truth for a week and a half.
That did it.
They gave him R-Truth for that week and a half.
We kept seeing a lot of R-Truth.
No R-Truth
matches.
tonight.
Are you
No,
happy
that's
you
true.
didn't see R-Truth today?
Yeah, it was nice.
It was nice.
Pleasant.
Okay, cool.
We got Biggie instead, which was great.
Biggie and
Yeah.
Biggie did great.
He did his job.
Mm-hmm.
Man, did he ever do his job.
And I loved Paul Heyman walking backwards. It was hilarious. And his face when he was like, oh,
Just kind of the face of shock. It's just like, wait, you're hitting my guys?
I think I
I
underestimated
just
you.
said all these bad things about you, but now
Yeah.
you're doing this? What?
I'm confused. Looks like I have somebody that my Intercontinental Champion has to take care of.
Yep. And now we'll see exactly how much Big E can get the people behind him. And I think
he
will have
can.
a
I think
problem
he's
at
got
all.
a huge.
I think he can.
I don't think he will have a problem at all.
Down in NXT, he was a face.
Yeah, I know.
And like leading the 5 count, trying to kind of bring like the King Kong Bundy 5 count back, only like kind of a little updated version with it.
Well, yeah, like even when he was with Ziggler and AJ, every time he was in a match, it didn't feel like he was an underdog. He was like, yes, Big E's in a match. It's
Yeah.
awesome. He can carry it.
Love to watch him work.
Oh,
He
yeah.
can. And he's one of those guys that when you look at him, you don't think he'd be nearly as fast and agile as he actually is.
He's
I mean,
This guy's
Great
huge.
package.
What is he about? He looks to be about 5'11", 6 feet tall, but he's
he's probably right around our height.
Yeah,
like
but he looks
6
to
feet
be
or
like
6'1".
280.
280 of just
Yeah,
pure
dude,
muscle.
He's
Yeah.
big.
He is a large,
big boy.
large man.
Yeah, Big E, get some bigger tights though.
How long have we said that?
I'm okay with it.
Just for me.
How long have you said that?
Because I'm okay with it.
Just for me. I need him. Get a little bit more space.
Just get tights to go halfway down the
just-
thigh.
just
We're
a
fine.
little bit
Just
down
halfway
the
down the
thigh.
thigh. That's all we
I
ask. You don't need to
Not
get full
much.
pants.
Yeah, no, just a little bit. Just
Please.
cover a cheek.
Just something.
Yeah, anything.
At least one cheek.
Yeah, just
That would
just
be
one. Let's
weird.
start with one.
Then I would start having trouble with it.
Because you don't get
there's
the
no
you don't get the
symmetry.
full shot.
I do love man ass. I do. It's true.
But we don't.
I get it.
How's Josh Mathews man ass? Because he's up next.
Was that your segue?
Yep.
Okay, go for it.
All right. I just wanted to get off Big E's ass, so I'm like, I'm going to throw Josh Mathews in
There's
this.
another ass I want to talk about coming up, so that's okay. Let's go.
Oh man.
Josh Mathews cutting an interview in the ring with the World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio, where we immediately shoot to a vignette of Cena preparing for his return at Hell in a Cell, coming back from a 6-month injury in 2 months, which none of us can still figure out how it's physically possible.
Couldn't have been what they said it was.
It couldn't have. But needless to say, he's ready to go. He's
Yeah.
been cleared, and we'll see how he acts. And Del Rio is kind of like the perfect guy for him to come back in because you know Cena gets booed a lot.
Yep.
But one of the few guys that gets booed more than Cena is Del Rio.
Del Rio. And strangely enough, when Cena came up, when his name came up, when the vignette came up, no one really booed in the crowd. I didn't notice the split. I didn't hear the guys over the women and the children
Yeah.
and all of the different cheers that go on when John Cena arrives. It was mostly cheers.
Yeah. Now, who knows? Because it was SmackDown, maybe they kind of edited that in.
Yeah.
But I like to think that they didn't, because when a wrestler returns, no matter who he is,
Yeah.
after being gone from an injury, comes back a few
Usually
months
gets
later,
cheers,
you
yeah.
get cheered.
Yeah.
Even if you're a heel,
Yeah.
you get cheered on your
They're
return.
just happy to see you back
Yeah.
at work.
And Del Rio has been a better heel the last few months than anyone,
Yeah.
really, other than Heyman. So Del Rio kind of started his promo a little off.
Well, I wasn't feeling it.
It wasn't your typical Del Rio promo at the beginning, but then he kind of like got back into it. It's like,
he picked
that's
up.
he's,
Still
like,
wasn't feeling
he's
it.
like, John, if you're making your return, how are you starting your first match back? Get a world heavyweight title shot. Are you loco? You should be starting
Are
at
you
the.
loco?
That's what he said. Not are
it
you
so
local?
white.
He said, are you loco?
Loco.
You said it so white.
Are you loco?
Yeah, please. No bueno.
I am Alberto Del Rio.
Oh, you sound like Zeb right now.
Yeah.
He does.
No bueno.
I'm twiddling my fake handlebar mustache. But he's like, you got to start at the bottom and work your way at the top. But, you know, after you lose to me, you'll be just like all these gringos. You'll be a nobody. And, you know, let me show you what I'm going to do because, you know, you hurt your arm. It's like, what do I do best? Cena, this is for you. And then very awkwardly grabs Josh Mathews, trying to pull Mathews down. And Josh Mathews, to me, looked like a fish that just got pulled out of water.
Yeah, that first season of Tough Enough was a long time ago.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like 15 years ago
He
or
hasn't
something.
been in the ring in a
Gosh,
long
can you
time, I'm
imagine?
guessing.
Oh, so this is what's going to happen tonight? Okay.
And,
All right, guys.
And Del Rio locks him in the cross-arm breaker for like a second.
Yeah, and it wasn't even put on correctly. His arm was still bent. It's nothing but an armbar, and the purpose of the move is to straighten out the elbow, and his arm was bent the entire time. So to me, it was never actually on. Actually,
But now Cena has to get revenge for Josh Mathews.
yeah. Look, Cena's coming
Cena
back.
needs a reason.
Yeah,
He doesn't really need a reason, let's be honest.
Cena's coming back. He needs somebody to fight. Throw him in there with Del Rio and put him over.
Yeah, I
Not-
mean,
not
he's got his
Del
own
Rio.
promo before he's out.
Yeah, there you go.
it's
He's got a
everything.
vignette. He's gonna win the belt.
We'll probably get at least 2 more vignettes over the next week.
I
yeah, we
wasn't.
will.
I wasn't feeling this whole segment, to be honest with you guys. I just wasn't.
It was just kind of a way you had to get Del Rio out there, and you had to do a segment that's plugging the heavyweight title match.
Yeah.
And maybe if you wanted to give Del Rio the night off and not have him actually wrestle a match, fine. But why attack Josh Mathews?
Yeah, that was just the cherry on
Of
top
all
for
the
me.
people.
Okay, well,
I mean, it could have been a thing where Del Rio cut his promo, didn't like how the fans were treating him. We get a backstage segment, and he overhears,
Think he can come through a magic door again?
goes through a magic door, overhears, I don't know, overhears Zack Ryder or Justin Gabriel like talking to somebody about Cena coming back. He gets angry, that locks them in an
Yeah,
arm
locks them
breaker.
in.
yeah, right.
Whatever. I mean, you know, but Josh Mathews. And Josh Mathews is the only announcer that ever takes bumps.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well,
Think about it. When was the last time Michael Cole took a bump? From The Rock?
Working.
Besides working his match with, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously,
That-
Lawler's not. JBL isn't.
Do we put Ricardo in this class of
No.
announcer? No. Yeah.
No.
'cause,
Obviously, Renee Young hasn't.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Scott Stanford hasn't.
Oh yeah. No.
Tony Dawson's
Who
gone.
needs to be on? No, I shouldn't say that.
Me?
But no, not you.
Oh.
The girl that does the backstage interviews.
Renee Young.
Yeah. That her. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't even know her name.
Renee Young is her name.
I know. Everyone's
Save
telling
it.
me right now. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, by the way, that's Renee Young.
Renee Young.
I don't know if you knew that.
Okay. Yeah. No, I didn't. And lock
But
her
you're
in
saying
the
she
armor.
needs to be in the ring?
Yeah, make her useful for something because she's not good
I
at
don't think she
interviewing.
can wrestle, right?
Well, she's not.
As far as I know,
good at
I mean, maybe
interviewing
she's
either.
training down in developmental. I don't know,
Oh.
but
She's not good at interviewing as well.
wow,
So
wow,
I'm with you.
harsh,
I am.
harsh words, harsh
just,
words.
just
Truth.
saying. Just saying. We're the truth-telling
Truth.
show.
Not our truth, but our
Yeah.
truth.
I'm not trying.
I'm cheesy. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Do that again.
So one more time.
No.
Did you really just put the arms up and?
Cheesy. Cheesy.
Wow.
Did someone?
You're so
Nobody got me
cute
the
right now.
soundbite from last week that I asked.
What soundbite?
Because you said something so weird last week,
What did I say last
like a
week?
yo-yo
forgot.
thing. It might have been with Archer,
Oh.
the
Yeah.
primetime players, or something.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
yo, yo,
Why
or
would I-
something like that.
And I begged
remember.
someone to give me a soundbite, and nobody did. Find that. I need
Yeah.
that.
Oh wow.
Right. But now Corey's going to be happy because we got the Real Americans in action. They are taking on the Usos. Zeb sitting on commentary, and I like this line because they're building a feud between Los Matadores and the Real Americans, which is no surprise to anybody. And I like the comment is like, did you notice that once the government shut down, Los Matadores made their debut?
Funny.
And I was just like, I'm like, he's right.
He did say that.
It's like, that's a great point.
Yeah, he did say that.
Cesaro, now apparently the Cesaro swing is just a regular thing, and he's going to do it in every single match, which is great and entertainment. At the same time, I don't want it to get
I know what you're
oversaturated.
saying. Yeah.
I want to save for big matches only
I hear you.
They're making him do it every single
because the
match.
crowd loves it.
Yep.
But why would you want the crowd to love something a heel does?
Well,
kind of gets back into those thoughts that we originally heard, those rumors. You know, we don't like to talk about rumors in wrestling, but there was the rumor that eventually, when they do break up the Real Americans, that Cesaro will go face.
Well,
and they were
of course, he would go face over Swagger. That's a
obviously.
given. But he's still, obviously, it's still so much fun to watch. And he swung Jey Uso, I counted 26 times.
Can they give this man a championship already? Please.
He's a former United States champion.
Former, but I'm talking about now. I want him to get another one.
Well, he can't have a singles title if Swagger's tagging with him.
Because he did a variation of the airplane swing. He wanted him to get a title.
I just want him to get a title.
A move that's been around since 1932.
Every single show, I want him to be there. I want him to be there for Raw. I want him to be there for main event, SmackDown, Superstars, everything.
You know, one thing I like to talk about on AfterBuzz is the fact that we are not biased towards any superstars at all. Right, Kaori?
No, I love them all.
Why don't you tell us of the joys of watching a great R-Truth match?
Wow. You guys are making me sound like a saint.
I could have said Los Matadores.
You could have.
You could have. Wait till we get on your Los Matadores rampage.
Yeah, don't worry.
We're almost there.
It's coming.
We're almost there. Very fun match with the Usos and Real Americans. Swagger in control of Jey Uso, but all of a sudden, Los Matadores' music hits, and Zeb hops up from commentary, and Michael Cole says he's going to go protect his border.
Greatest line of the night. Boom. Best line of the night. Right
Zeb is going to protect his border of the ring from Los Matadores.
No sense at all.
The Mexican border.
It's like a magic border today with Big Show coming in with a slip.
Big Show has a hall pass for everything.
He's got to take it.
Zeb Coulter is defining the American-Mexican border over Los Matadores in the middle of Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah,
Yes.
Kansas City in the middle of an aisle.
And what happens here? Exactly what I predicted would happen to start this
knew you
feud
would say
a
that.
couple weeks ago. El Torito impales Zeb on the front and the backside.
The butt.
And the butt. This distracts Swagger and Cesaro. Cesaro starts walking around the ring to put a stop to it. Jimmy Uso hops off the apron, takes out Cesaro. Jay hits a nasty super kick on Swagger, and then makes a tag to Jimmy, who hops up the top rope, hits the top rope splash on Swagger. Usos get the win. And their music is only on for a couple seconds, because then Los Matadores music starts playing, and they come in the ring. They grab Swagger and hit their finisher on Swagger with El Torito jumping on top of it. And then Los Matadores and the Usos celebrate in the ring together with Los Matadores' music playing. Mind you, everything that Los Matadores did in this match was heel. They interrupted a match, they caused a distraction, and they attacked a weak opponent after the match. And they're celebrating with the guys who are the #1 contenders, and their music gets to play. Rome, the floor is yours.
I just want to say, first and foremost, from the AfterBuzz family, our apologies to the Usos for having to even be a part of this just travesty in the ring. You guys are talented and should never be subjected to such things. Secondly, I would like to say, the bull is more over than the team.
Oh, we knew that was going to happen. We knew that was going to happen.
And that was this was the first time I've heard them get cheers, and it wasn't them. It was their mascot.
Because he took out Zeb.
Because he took out Zeb. That's why.
Yeah.
Everybody hates Zeb.
What did I say? I said when he hits him in the butt, the crowd will cheer.
Oh.
And the crowd will find it hilarious.
Man, this is a train wreck beyond train wrecks. I hope the Real Americans win when they face them, and I know they won't because
No,
it's
they
a
have
dealing
to.
team.
I will veto.
But they better win this. If the real Americans, like, now I want to stand up and say we the people. This is what I need to happen.
Well, all the crowds are saying we the people now.
Yeah, but
that's the crazy thing. They're all getting behind the real Americans.
And I hope they get behind it even more because of this.
Where's the asking someone in the chat roll tell us, where is Hell in a Cell taking place? I don't know off the top of my head. I'm curious what the crowd would be for that particular show. So let me know when someone in the chat roll lets us know where Hell in a Cell takes place.
I feel so bad for those shows.
You know who Alberto reminds me of? He reminds me of one of those guys.
An athletic hornswoggle?
No, one of those guys that sit on the outside of like a sandwich shop or home, like twisting a sign around, being like, "Come over here."
A sign twirler?
Yeah, a sign twirler. That's
and he does it well.
Usage.
He would probably twirl a sign well.
If he's probably smaller than a sign though, but
yeah, he is.
Tiny.
I don't know what this. I got nothing anymore. I don't know what the WWE is
All
doing.
I'm saying is if with this feud, which is happening, goes full force, which it's going to,
I'm guessing
real Americans better win.
I'm guessing it's going to be the pre-show match of the pay-per-view.
It needs to win. And I do not like real Americans being pre-show.
I'm sorry. Hold up. No.
No, what?
Listen, I understand what you're saying, but if America has to pay $59.95 to watch a Matadors match,
that's why I said the pre-show.
It better be. It better be. Because if it's part of a paid pay-per-view, there better be riots. That's all I gotta say. Somebody in the chat
where is it?
Miami.
Miami.
Miami, Florida.
Oh, well, that's good for Los Matadores.
I guess
Miami's Cuban.
Close enough. It's still kind of foreign.
No, I think
they'll get
it in Miami.
Well, they probably do too.
Is from Miami,
and he's Samoan.
Maybe The Rock should come out and just drop.
Just rock bottom. Diego and Fernando.
Yeah, and then do the people's elbow on El Torito. That would be great.
Oh, I think the crowd would then leave and be like, nothing can top this tonight.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I've seen it all. Dude, I can't do it. I refuse to talk about those Matadors anymore. I can't do it.
All right. Well, whether you like it or not, this feud is continuing, and we'll probably have to talk more about them next week. Quick recap from Raw of Shawn Michaels cutting the promo. Just kind of talking about how he's going to call the match down the middle at Hell in a Cell, and that he guarantees there will be a new WWE champion. All right, that happened. I'm not big on HBK reffing this match. It hasn't done anything for me for this match yet. I think they were trying, get Shawn Michaels in there. It will add more drama.
Yeah.
Until they start doing some type of head-to-head feud with Triple H.
Yeah.
It's not going to pick anything up.
That's what everybody would want to see.
That's what everyone was waiting for. Maybe we'll be getting that on Raw. Who knows? Because I think Michaels is supposed to be on Raw this Monday too, which would make sense. Yeah,
that would make sense.
Main event time. Daniel Bryan, Cody Rhodes, and Goldust takes on The Shield. Daniel Bryan first one to the ring, but before anyone else can enter the ring, we are interrupted by his opponent at Hell in a Cell, the Viper, Mr. Randy Orton, who cuts a vintage Randy Orton promo and just pretty much says, "I think you're way over your head with that pretty little fiance of yours. I guarantee that I will not only become the WWE champion again, but I promise I will be the face of the WWE once more." And then his music plays and he walks away.
And
Can somebody be the face of the WWE at some point?
Well, we haven't had a champion in 2 months.
Yeah,
terrible.
Right now, Del Rio is the only heavyweight
Del Rio is Del Rio's the face of the WWE.
Yeah.
That is true.
He's been the face for the last couple months.
Duh. Why did the light bulb
And
just
he's
come up
done a
now?
good job at it.
He's actually done good. He's actually done a lot better.
Yeah. I mean, minus this promo thing we had tonight, but overall, Del Rio's been great.
It's better than Orton's promo.
Yeah. The six-man tag is pretty much exactly how we envisioned it, just hard-hitting, thoroughly entertaining. Cody is the one who takes the bulk of the heat. I liked Roman Reigns' move in this match where Cody threw him out of the ring and was like, oh, this is Cody's chance to go make the tag. And Reigns doesn't try to run in from the same area. He goes around to cut Cody off to block him from reaching the tag. But then Cody hits him with a drop kick anyway. But it was thinking. It was strategy. It's like, oh, no, I got to block him. I can't just go and try to grab his foot. I need to get in front of his face. You don't see that very often. And
Thinking?
The thinking, yes.
Yeah,
You don't see that very
it's
often.
True. In the real world as well as the wrestling world.
This is true.
Obviously, it wasn't around for the Big Show segment, though.
Well, no, security clearly wasn't thinking.
Yeah, they weren't thinking.
A lot of security guards got fired tonight.
Yeah, they hired a lot.
Those poor guys.
Dun, dun, dun.
They were having a popcorn break. That's what happened.
Yeah. Hot tag gets made to Daniel Bryan. His usual hot tag stuff. Chaos ensues.
Yep.
Ambrose and Daniel Bryan hit a sick, double cross body on each other, which caused both men to be out for a little bit.
Nice double down.
It was a nice double down. Reigns goes to spear Goldust, but Goldust gets out of the way and Reigns runs into the steps. Bryan with those kicks on Ambrose. His snap suplex goes up for the headbutt off the top rope, but Ambrose gets up there and hits a nice double-armed superplex.
Yeah. I
which
love
looked
that move.
really good.
Love that move.
Yeah, especially off the top. It looks beautiful. But Bryan gets back up and hits a suicide dive, but not before we see Seth Rollins powerbomb Cody onto Goldust while he's standing. And they both fly over the announce table. And then Daniel Bryan with a suicide dive and immediately gets back up, throws Ambrose into the ring.
Feet.
Yeah. Who does that?
It's like ping, boom. Let's go.
Who hits a suicide dive and then gets their opponent back in the ring within under 5 seconds?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, we know.
Yeah, now we know who. And then he threw Ambrose right back in the ring, hits his running knee, as we've named it here.
What do I call it? The TKOC?
What does that stand for?
The knee that knocked out Cena.
Oh.
The knee.
Yeah. She likes the knee.
Yeah.
It's easier to say.
I like yours better, though. I did like yours better.
Kaori override the knee.
And he hits it on Ambrose. Hits it on Ambrose. Daniel Bryan gets the win. The Shield lose again.
Yeah, they've been doing
They've lost a lot lately.
Why do I like it?
It's interesting to see what's going to happen with him. Because, I mean, in the midst of all this, Ambrose is still the United States champion.
Yes, he is.
And hasn't defended. Well, he actually just defended it on main event. He defended against Ziggler on main event.
There's gonna be a feud.
Well, he's already had his feud with Ziggler.
I'm brain farting. I'm saying there's gonna be a feud within the Shield.
Maybe. I mean, maybe they'll start getting frustrated that they're losing and who's dropping the ball or things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Or Triple H getting angry at them because they are dropping the ball. I mean,
think it'll involve Triple H.
It probably will, but it's building into something. So we're trying to see what's going to happen here.
Like a prediction that Ambrose is just going to go completely against the two. Rollins and Reigns are going to become face, and it's like, bye, guys.
I don't know if both of them will become
I don't
face.
know. Only one. I think only one of the three will make a face turn. The question is which one will do it first.
Strangely, I want it to be Reigns.
I want it to be Reigns, but I think if it's going to be one, it's going to
be Rollins.
Yeah.
Rollins is the better
I completely agree with the two of you. I want the first babyface out of the three of them to be Reigns, but it's probably going to be Rollins.
Yeah.
Which will still be good.
Yeah.
I just hope he doesn't fall into the Ziggler category that Ziggler's in right now.
Bigger Ziggler right now. That's what he is. He's
bigger
a bigger
Ziggler.
Ziggler.
He is.
Yeah.
Bigger Ziggler.
He's a high-flying Ziggler.
Yeah.
No, that's what he is. He's a high-flying
That's what it
Ziggler.
is, yeah.
Ziggler doesn't do the high-flying, but sells like a crazy
sells
person.
like crazy. Yeah.
So that wraps up a very busy, overall, incredibly entertaining SmackDown. What was match of the night?
Hands down, the CM Punk Biggie match that turned into Biggie being possibly the contender for
The Intercontinental title.
that one. I think hands down.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree because we've seen the main event before, and it's not that it's not entertaining.
Right.
But we didn't see the thing with Big E happening.
No, we didn't see. We didn't. I mean, I think, and this might be the first time where we've done match of the night where all three of us agree on the same thing.
Yeah, I think it is.
Where the Big E Punk match was great, and then the ending that you didn't expect. We had a sudden face turn tonight, which is always great to have a sudden face or a heel turn, especially from a guy that you're waiting for something to happen with, that we've been waiting with Big E for months.
Yeah.
So this could start something great. So that's why I think we all are in agreement that that was definitely the match and moment of SmackDown altogether. So in the meantime, as we get ready, because next week will be prediction night.
Oh, yeah.
Next week, we all try to get that title off of that other guy that thinks he's Ric Flair.
I already hid the title from him.
You already hid the title from him?
Me and my dog got it.
I heard a rumor that you want to cut a promo yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to see that next week?
I'm going to let
Are we going to see that next week?
Be known.
Can we see that next week? Can you promise something next week?
The real Josh Padgett ain't Showtime.
Is this a promise for... You haven't answered my question.
I know the truth.
Is this a promise for next week that we're going to have this promo?
Promise.
Oh, there it is.
And
Promise, guys.
She can cut deep.
She
Imagine
can.
if it's a shoot promo.
Oh, yes. But in the meantime...
Danger.
In the meantime, a man with a real heavyweight title, Rome Moore, where can people reach out to you?
Rome the Ruler, as always on Twitter. And what is today? Today is Friday. So
It'll be tomorrow night, Saturday night.
Double shot for me.
Tomorrow's Friday. I mean, today's Friday, yes.
Yeah,
Wow, you messed it up.
Huntington Park, Apex Pro versus Vendetta Pro Wrestling. And then I shoot directly from there up to the main event, Simi Valley, Millennium Pro Wrestling. Last show, if you're in the area,
So
come out.
you
check it out.
open at the Apex Pro vs. Vendetta Pro show, and you close at the Millennium Pro Wrestling show.
work, baby. I
That's
work.
right. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Corey, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter, KAORIOUS, and that is also everything else, Instagram, blah, blah, blah. So find me.
All right.
Let's be friends.
And you could join the garden and become a Rosebud by following me on Twitter at CRosieVOC. You can also check me out on the AfterBuzz editions of Eastbound and Down and The Voice. And on that note, we're done here. We will see you guys next week for AfterBuzz SmackDown.
Bye.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.